Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. It's Sunday morning, May the 4th, counting down to my birthday. Good to see you all. Welcome, welcome. While we wait for people to flood in. Drink it. In the meantime, if you got it. That's good. Good to see you all. Here we go. People are starting to come in now. It's always interesting to see what kind of a crowd we're going to get on a Sunday morning. But I like Sunday mornings. Most of us have maybe plans for later in the day. Here in Florida, we're planning maybe on some rain finally. It's been dry. The new default color for grass is brown. I've been up since 5. Been a busy boy this morning. I actually recorded my next long form video this morning while I had the studio set up. I figured, why not? And I think it's going to be a very interesting one. The topic is something that most carnivores are faced with or consider. Do I need to stay zero carb for life? Or should, after a certain period of time or a certain goal's met, should I start to add in carbohydrate? So keep an eye out for that. Maybe this afternoon, maybe tomorrow, but it's coming. I have it, as they say in the showbiz, it's in the can. Pertaining to film. Oh, here we go. We got 60 people now. So I'm talking to somebody. All the usual suspects, it appear, are here. I did make some show notes this morning. Well, let's see what it says. Yes. Let me get it up here, the graphic, and hang on 1 second. Why do I keep doing that? It happens when I move the mouse over to the left. I must hit the wrong button and it dumps me out of my streaming software and I disappear for a second. Y'all are used to that by now and you know not to go away. Don't go away when that happens. But we have an announcement. My birthday party, May the 7th, Wednesday night. I will be 78 years old. Wow. 7 p.m. Join me. I hope to have a big crowd. We're going to have link so you can come in. There'll be a panel or guests, or not for a long visit, but enough that you can wish me a happy birthday in person and we can get to know you a little bit. So screw up your courage and come in. I don't know how long this thing's going to last. It's going to last as long as it lasts till we run out of stuff. Or my 79th birthday comes along to preempt it. So please join me if you would. It's going to be a good time. And I have to remember to change the intro on my videos to where it says 77 years old. I have to start saying 78. I've been saying 78 since I've been getting close, but it's going to be official. miracle of miracles, I made it to the 78th birthday in spite of them trying to kill me in the hospital here recently. So, May the 7th, in the birthday vein, today is my daughter Diane's birthday. I won't tell you how many, plenty. And I texted her this morning. I haven't received a text back yet. Obviously, she's sleeping in on her birthday. The 6th, we know, is Aaron Booby Goats' birthday. So, happy birthday to you, too. That takes care of all the birthday stuff. Let me put my Crest commercial announcement, my Buy Me a Coffee link in the chat should you feel the need. There was one thing on the news this morning I wanted to talk about. They were talking about food dyes again. They seem to be fixated on that one aspect of our diet and health, food dyes. I got a video forwarded to me by Francine Bourgeois, which showed Robert Kennedy making a speech talking about sugar as a toxin and the resulting epidemic of diabetes that we have. She was very encouraged to see that being talked about. I kind of poured a little cold water on it, and I said, it's great, but nobody's paying much attention to that. I haven't seen an article on the morning news about Robert Kennedy talking about diabetes. To solve that problem and reduce the amount of sugar that the food companies use to feed their addicted customer base makes trying to solve the food dye problem inconsequential from a financial standpoint. To get rid of sugar has the potential to trash our entire economy, which is based on both our food supply, our medical treatments, everything. Big Pharma is based on the overconsumption of sugar by the American public, and it has been getting to the level it is today for 100 years. The food dyes are not, maybe contribute a little bit to it, but nowhere near the root cause of our problem. And in that respect, I don't think we're going to hear about it in the media, because the media is pretty much owned, at least the national media, pretty much owned by all the big commercial interests, big ag, big food, big pharma. The food dyes, they were cheering the fact that we should come up with replacements for these petroleum-based food dyes by the end of 2026, because everybody knows how much work and research is going to have to go into finding alternative sources of ways to make our food brightly colored. Which, do we really need that at all, or is that still all about marketing? It's all about marketing. Food dyes do nothing but make the food more marketable, especially to children. The bright colors, they in no way affect that much the health of the food compared to sugar. Once again, it's always about money. But take heart, in a year and a half or so, Maybe we'll have replacements from food dyes. The teaser for this news article hinted at the fact that they may be finding as a source for some of these new food colors bugs, insects. That was the teaser. Food dyes are about to be replaced. Is the source of the new food dyes going to be insects? That was how they got you to watch it. And when the actual story finally came up, insects were just one of 10 different places they're going to get new colors, and they didn't feature that. But it sure made a hell of a teaser to guarantee people's interest when they said, more than likely, I'm not going to eat that stuff if it's made from insects. Does that ever end? Never. Never. And that, I think, is all I have on my list of show notes for today, so as not to get too boring. And let me get right into welcoming all of you. Let's start with those of you. And the fact that I had to, I have to go back up in this chat because I lost last night's stuff when I had to re-enter the stream. So I won't be able to put these on the screen. They'll be over there on the right of your screen, and you can follow along with me. Mandy Betta's Morning Mitch. This was at 7:45 last night, and followed shortly thereafter. Rick Charger Mopar, he's back in the driver's seat. Sandy Blythe says, can't wait. Smoothie 420 about 8:20. Well, I guess everyone's all the disco dance after all. It's Saturday night. Thomas Target's Prime Rib chimed in last night, and Lady June said, good morning. Must have been 2 a.m. in England, so it was probably morning over there. United Carnivore, greetings from the Philippines. Chimed in at 1:50-something a.m. Jemmet, hi, I'm going back to bed soon, but wanted to check in. Arlene Blackwood said, hi, Mitch, everyone. Good day to you. 4:20 a.m. Cliff Medina, I think one of the Insomniacs chimed in. And then, no, 6:21. Sorry, Cliff. Wayne Herman, good morning, Mitch and all the Mitchfits from rainy Lake Gaston, North Carolina. I wish we'd get a little of that rain down here, my friend. Movies. 4:20 chimed back in this morning. Mike Seeley, Sr., father of United Carnivore. And let me take this opportunity. Let me go over here and get something that I want to show you. Reach in here. Yes. Mike Seeley, my doorbell rings yesterday afternoon. And it's Mike Seeley, Sr. I look at my cell phone, and I got my Ring app, and I can see him standing at the door. So I go on the intercom. I say, who is it? He says, Mike. I thought it was Mike, but just want to make sure. I said, come on in. The door's unlocked. So he comes in, and he walks through my house, and he finds me here in the office. And he comes in, he says, I have a birthday present for you. And I wanted to make sure you got it. Well, that was so nice of him. And he visited for a little while. And I want to show you what he got me. And it's in a Ziploc bag here. Let me get it out. This is a almost new looking edition of a book I'm probably not going to cherish for the good information that it contains, but just for what it represents and the condition that it's in. It's a book by Ansel and Margaret Keyes that eat well and stay well. Wow, and it's a thick book. Look at the size of this thing. And I just took it out of the bag today for the first time. Let me see when it was. 1959. Wow. 1959, and it is all print. No recipes. Well, there are recipes. Yep, there are recipes in the back half. Back half of the book is recipes. I'm sure some of them are good recipes, and I'm sure some of the foods, especially the fish and things like that that are in here, are healthy. But look at that. I didn't even know Ansel wrote this book. He and his wife. And I'll look it over very carefully, and I'll probably make a video about it. Probably title it, "Did Ansel Keys really practice what he preached? Or was it all politics and money?" Because we were talking about lately the fact that he spent the last 38 years of it, or 37 years of his life living in the countryside in Italy, eating mostly a Mediterranean diet, which certainly had meat and fish and other things in it. You know, it was a healthy diet, probably not a high sugar diet, and he lived to be 100. Well, maybe he followed the advice from his book earlier on. So, Mike Seeley, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. That will be a wonderful addition to my little collection of memorabilia. Historically, what I think is significant memorabilia in the journey that we've taken to get to the dismal way that most of us eat these days. At any rate, thank you, Mike Seeley. And Rick Charger Mopar is back this morning, always ready for the original Carnivore Morning Coffee Talk. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that. Tuka chimed in. Tuka chimed in at 9:02. I chimed in at 9:14. Terry Sue with us, 9:19. Target Prime Rib at 9:20. Francine Bourgeois says, "Hi, everybody from sunny Montreal. Mitch, wish happy birthday to your daughter from all of us secondhand vegans." Harry Dion, good morning, Mitch, from all you from Northern California at 9:22. And Claudia Burking is here. Simpson Johns, good morning from Iowa. Good morning to you. Lorraine McDermott, hi, Lorraine, how are you? 9:26, woohoo, she says, "I managed to catch a live. Go me." Bill Streety, it's a coolish 48 in Northwest Arkansas this morning. We're sneaking up on 9:30. Melissa B chimed in at 9:29. Thomas hit the button at 9:29. Lizzie hit the button 9:29. And my friends, the winner this morning is Retired Rick. Congratulations, Retired Rick. Johnny, show Rick what he's won. Johnny? Not around. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Rick. We can't show you what you've won. But you're the winner nonetheless. And Tanya chimed in just an instant later. Tanya Kitchen Witch says, "Good morning, Mitch." And Mitch Fitz. Lady June chimed in again. Charger, Mopar, Smoothie 420, Pamela Suarez, good morning to you. And Robert Morris chimed in. I'm waiting to get to you, Robert. Been waiting to get to you. Because it's time for me to end the suspense and the curiosity about all of you people that went for a ride with me yesterday to the post office to pick up the mystery package that Robert sent to me 2 months ago, right on the day that I had my stroke. I said, I got a notice from the post office. There's a package waiting for you 2 months ago. And finally, to show you how important it was for me, Robert, to get your package, it's the first driving mission that I did, was to get your package. Before the post office declared it abandoned, and send it back to you. Now, if you saw that video yesterday, I'm sure most of you did, probably the most pre-planned, well thought out, logistically perfect trip to a post office, which is usually an afterthought, that ever happened, but nonetheless very important to me. I had a funny feeling it was a coffee cup, and it is a coffee cup, but it's a great coffee cup, and I'm going to share it with you now. It says, if at first you don't succeed, try doing what Mitch told you to do the first time. Is that great? Tell me that's not great. And you'll see this cup in a regular rotation on my morning live streams. I love it. Robert, thank you. And Robert's heading out on vacation pretty soon, but I'm so glad that they held on to it, and I'm so glad that they didn't declare it unclaimed. Because what happens with these packages, when you have a P.O. box, they're too big to fit in the P.O. box. So they have they call parcel lockers. Most of you are familiar with that. And when you go to your post office box, there'll be a key in there with a locker number on it, and you go to the parcel locker, and you put the key in, and you turn it, and you get your package, and the key stays in the locker when it shuts. Now, they don't have but so many of these parcel lockers, so I was worried that after a certain length of time, they may consider something that's taking up one of their limited number of parcel lockers as unclaimed and return it to the sender. So I was glad that it was still there, sat in that locker waiting for me for 2 months. 2 months and almost a week. Incredible. But I got it, and I love it. I love it. Some people like hats with funny sayings. I love the coffee cups. This one came from Mark Whistler, and I have 2 of these. One of them has the Kenny on the other side, and this one has the old guy face on the other side. I love them both. It's the little things in life. My timing was great there. I didn't even see this. Robert said, "Good morning, Mitch." Thanks again, Robert, that was very, very nice. Ketra Naylor's here. Morning, Mitch. Caught ya. Bermuda guy's here. Howdy, Mitch. And then Tanya. I didn't see this, but my timing was perfect. QQQ. What's in the box? I got a lot of comments on that video. What's in the box? Among the more popular comments to that video were, how tired did you get? That was a great question. The answer to that one was, not very. The driving itself was not taxing at all. And I need to clarify something. I don't even know if I should talk about it, but a lot of people were concerned that it was overtaxing on me to do something like that. It might be my fault because I put that little teaser in the title of the video, which said, is it basically too soon? I could drive 4 or 5 hours and get out and stretch once in a while. It's not tiring at all. One thing about this stroke of mine is, according to all the testing that they did and questions they asked me, God, did they do a lot of testing. The only symptoms that I have from this stroke are in the connections to those parts of my right side, which are coming back pretty well. My right arm now and hand, I can actually work the mouse with it now. I can sign my name with it now. I can reach the buttons on the mixer. It is coming back, and the things I try to do anything I can with my right hand. If it's something I normally would have done with my right hand, so that stuff's coming back, and nothing about any of the paralysis I had the first few days affects my driving or makes it tiring. My right leg is just fine. I have more than enough control over it and movement to not have to brake with my left leg. I can move it from the gas pedal to the brake pedal. I can work. If you saw the video when I accelerated, it was very smooth. As far as steering goes, I can steer with both hands. And I noticed that in that section of the video where I sped it up on the way home, if you look very carefully at the way that I kept the vehicle straight, you'll notice there's no wandering. I wasn't using a self-drive or anything. I was steering. I never deviated 6 inches from the center of that lane. No problem. I had absolutely zero cognitive, memory, or other brain problems from this stroke. Even while I was having the stroke, I never lost consciousness. I was fully aware of what was going on, trying to get the cell phone to unlock. It was all physical. So, no, I didn't even need to wait this long before I drove. But that's I am a cautious, very cautious man. The only thing I was concerned with was not driving the car from here to there. It was getting to the car, getting from the car into the post office, getting back to the car, and getting from the car back into the house. Those were my only concerns, and I have been planning to have the right help, the right walker, the right place, so that there is like zero risk that I might be in a position where I might fall. And that's the only thing that helped me up. So any of you are worried about me running you over out there on the road and think you need to dive under a car to hide, if you see me coming, you don't need to worry about that. I'm probably still among the best drivers, even after the stroke. Certainly better than somebody who has a drink of alcohol, certainly better than a teenager with a cell phone, certainly better than somebody who's got their arm in a cast or their leg in a cast, and they all drive. Certainly better than a 90-year-old woman who can't see. My eyesight is perfect. My hearing is perfect. My reflexes are as sharp and as fast as they were when I was flying instrument airplanes. I've always been incredibly situationally aware. You may notice if you look at that video, I'm constantly looking in every direction. I'm constantly scanning. That's a habit I got from pilots. So I got news for you, folks. I appreciate your concern, but this old pilot is going to drive safely and not kill myself out there. And if I thought and I'm a realist, and if I thought there was any other reason, I wouldn't be driving. So that made this more triumphant for me, is not a hesitation, not at anything. Everything worked that I needed to work to drive the car. Yeah, I still favored my left hand, but there's plenty of one-armed people out there, especially veterans who lost an arm in the war, that drive every day. That was my concern. Do I have the physical abilities that I need to safely operate the car? And the answer is resounding yes, because of how well even this right side of my body has come back. So, didn't mean to address that long. That was an answer to Tanya's question, what's in the box? And the most challenging part of the whole trip was the fact that I should have taken a bag with me. That I was able to. I didn't expect a small stack of mail, and I didn't think, how am I going to get the box back to the car? If I had used that Hemi walker, of course, I would have had the hand free to carry it. But with the two-handed walker, I just put it under my arm, and I could have made it. That nice lady. The nice handicapped lady. Help me out. How about that? I thought that was ironic. Retired Rick says, been gone 4 days, gained a few back. Yeah, it's easy to do. Mama Bear's here. How you doing, Mama Bear? If you got questions for me, like Tanya did, put QQQ in the chat, and we'll get to it. Other than that, it's a nice Sunday morning. Chance of rain today, which we need. Going to be a nice, relaxing day. I got my... When you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and yesterday I had things that I wanted to accomplish today, it's amazing how by 10 o'clock in the morning, all that stuff is already done. So I have the luxury of looking forward to a relaxing day. I'll post that video I made this morning, but that's one of these sitting in the library talking things, doesn't require a lot of editing. That video that I made for yesterday with me driving and everything was a lot of editing, in editing the 360 footage to get the different views and scenes, in adding the narration, because those videos are better narrated than trying to talk while it's live, because you want to cut out most of it. Most of the driving is boring, and I didn't want to be having to put a scene in there because I said something that I wanted there. So I narrated it afterwards, and then finding some music it might be appropriate for the different scenes. So it took a while to edit, and but this one today, I don't think I have to do personally any editing except stick my OldGuyCarnivore outro on the end and upload it. There we go. Lat's here. Hi, Sunday people. Marla Kelly's here. Good morning, all. We're at 9:32. So I'm a half hour behind. Par for the course. Rick says, Sergeant Mobar, I was amazed at how you made a drive to the post office video as soon as you did. Yeah. Well, you remember it started with the first triumph was me just getting to the car and climbing in and starting it. That was 2 weeks ago. So I managed to, and then a week ago, I got in the car, started it, but I didn't leave the community. I just drove around for about 10 minutes in the community at 10 or 15 miles an hour, making sure there was nothing that I thought would be challenging. And I've been working up to this to actually get out of there on the road in the traffic and do something useful. And I wanted to get that box, so this was a good choice. So thank you, Rick. I never expected, like I said at the end of the video, there was a time when I first had the stroke, it's amazing what thoughts go through your head. I wasn't kidding when there was a time when I was thinking, well, I have to sell my house. I have to get rid of my car. My life has changed forever. I will never, because you forget about thinking about it, improving and healing. You think about the shape you're in there, bedridden. Say, well, I guess life's over. And those thoughts lasted for quite a while. So it made, after 2 months, yesterday's little errand running that much more significant, because it meant that maybe my life, after I recover as much as I'm going to recover, really will not have changed all that much. And if it keeps going the way it's going, that's entirely possible. That's very enlightening. Makes you feel pretty good when you go from life is over to life's just beginning again. There I go. That's when I disappeared. Rick said, oops. Oh no, that pesky button said smoothie. Top of the morning to you, Lewis. Lewis from New York. How you doing, my friend? Good to see that you're here. Boyd Lamb, Bill Cook, Danny in Boston, Eric Knudsen. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Roxanne Friend said, happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. Muta guy. Nice. Enjoy another year. Sandy Bly this year. Mark Yost. How you doing, Mark? Said happy birthday. Thank you. Smokey Bear Lover is with us. Rex is here. Hiya, Rex. Good morning, Mitch, says Tristan 471. Bill Cook says his is the 9th. Wow. A lot of birthdays in early May. Happy birthday, Bill. Happy birthday to you. Looking for questions here. Everybody's saying happy birthday. Pesty Mom, happy birthday. Mitch says, I look great. Thank you so much, Loretta Nadal, good morning. Jiffy's here with us. Hi, Jiffy. Anna, PLO7. Hi, Anna. Oh, Mitch, today's your birthday? No, the 7th. Today's my daughter's birthday. We all have birthdays in May. And I'll keep reading the chat. Everybody's saying hi to everybody else. And I can't believe it. I am down to the bottom of the chat. So you guys aren't chatting away as much as you usually do. Any questions at all? I can't believe it. How did I get down to the bottom of the chat? From 10, that's it, 10:07. Wow. Got a lot of people here. Got 138 people. Not very chatty. Francine says, here, I can get that to where I can show it on the screen now. That's current. Let's see. Did I see question go by here? I got that one already. Oh, I missed this one. Tuka. How are you, boss? How do I get wise like you? Had my daily push-ups, boiled eggs, and ground beef. Tuka, you're doing great, man. You're doing great. Keep it up. Keep it up. Quick questions here. I think I'm down at the bottom of the chat on the other one there. It's showing. 9:52. Bear with me. Here we go. What is this? Jerry Voitish question. What's behind door number 3? Hiya, Jerry. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. 9:54, Greg says, for some other reason, things are really starting to taste very good to me, better than ever. That's very common on carnivore. As you start eating less and less sugar and more real food, your body realizes that that's what it really wants, and it makes it taste even better for you. That's how we work. We are encouraged to eat the things that taste the best to us. That's not necessarily a constant. The way it tastes is a function of how good it is for you when your body finally gets the message. So yeah, nothing tastes better than bacon eggs to me. A good steak, even a air fried chicken thigh with a little garlic salt on it. The taste is great. Unfortunately, in the hospital, sugar started to taste good to me again. And God, unless you got an outside catering service bringing you virtually everything you put in your mouth in the hospital, you are going to get copious amounts of sugar disguised as anything but. Houston, we have a problem with hospital food. Really, we really do. Claudia Burkick. Have you ever had sweet taste in your mouth only to have meat, butter, coffee, and water? It occasionally comes and goes, but a faint taste. No, I can't say that I have, Claudia. You mean when you're not eating, like in between meals and things, you just kind of say, wow, I taste something sweet? You obviously are much sweeter than I am. That doesn't happen to me. An interesting question, though. I'd like to see anybody else experience that. Sometimes things that aren't supposed to taste sweet might have a hint of a little sweetness as your sensitivity to something sweet increases. When you stop overloading it, those taste buds probably get more sensitive to lower amounts of sugar. CB's here. Hey, CB, how you doing? CB is talking to Claudia. Says, I ruined the dreams of our staff at the jail. They were talking about how great this Nerds candy was, and I told them they were eating beetle bugs. Then I proved it to them. That's great. That's great. That's great. And everybody's talking to Claudia about that, about her. Do you taste sweet? Claudia Berkey, right now I have fresh ground coffee with a tablespoon of butter melted in it. Overrides the cravings. B-Matt checked in. Good morning, B-Matt. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. I'm really scraping the bottom here. You are having nice conversations. Who is this? Peter Twos, good morning to you. Good to see you. Yeah, Jerry, that's true. That's true. Everybody, well, the 3 or 4 people that I encountered in a situation like that were very patient, and the people that were inside the post office did not have to wait for me to get through the door. There's plenty of room, but they all stood there patiently for a few seconds while I strolled. That's a good word for it, strolled. I strolled in, and that lady was, again, the irony that I thought I got a big kick out of it. This is the handicapped person with the handicap sticker was busy helping me. And we talked about her handicap sticker, and she says most of the time she doesn't park in a handicap spot. But that post office is usually very, very quiet. They got a ton of parking, and it's always almost empty. The spot that I took, they have 2 handicap spots on that parking lot, and they have another parking lot on the front of the building with more handicap spots. But the spot right next to the handicap is not a handicap spot. It's 10 feet further. So that's perfect for me. I don't want a handicap sticker for a number of reasons. I'm not handicapped. I'm recovering. I have too much pride to display a blue sticker in my car that says, here's a sick old fart. I don't want people to look at me, feel sorry for me, and consider me a sick old man. I'm not sick. I'm recovering. I don't want to go through the drill that you have to go through to get a temporary handicap sticker, because with what happened to me, I probably would not qualify as permanently handicapped. So why bother to get a temporary sticker? See, Jerry Voitish bought me a coffee, but for some reason, there it is. Oh, got logged out of the app. So let me do it this way. Oh, phooey. Eric Knudsen bought me 3 coffees. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Mitch. Appreciate it. And Jerry Voitish bought me a coffee. Have a great Sunday. He said, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very nice of you. Very nice of you. To go to get a temporary handicap, number one, I need to go to a health care professional and get some kind of a document. You see, I don't imagine walking into they also want you to apply in person. So getting down to the Motor Vehicle Bureau, the place where you go for your driver's license, and taking your number and waiting an hour or two, and then hobbling up on a walker and having to prove to them that some medical professional deemed you a handicapped person. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. The hell with them. So what? What does it get? What do I get when I do that? I get a chance to park in a handicap spot? I don't want to be. I want to walk. I want to exercise. When I go to any of these big stores, I always park as far away as I can park, just as an excuse to get exercise. And if it's so crowded that I can't park anywhere near enough, I'll go back another time, or I'll have them deliver his stuff to me. I have no use for a handicap sticker other than to have people feel sorry for me, and I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I still have my pride. Even though the hospital tried to take it away from me, they failed. I'm sorry. You heard about the battles I had with them. That's just me. So no, don't want special consideration. If I want people to get out of my way, it's because they're moving too slow for me, which is often the case and will be the case again. So no handicap sticker for me. It's not worth the grief and everything. And if you're permanently handicapped or disabled, it's free. But if you want a temporary one, they charge you $15 for that. It's not the money. It's just the principle of the thing. So I'm not going to run into a doctor saying, am I handicapped? You need to give me a note. Like a note from your mommy for your teacher. I'm sorry, I don't want to prove anything to anybody that has anything to do with the system, the government, or anywhere else. As far as I'm concerned, Mitch is not handicapped. I want it to stay that way. Bad enough that every single thing that happens to me is reported. Every note, every survey, everything is reported. Everybody somewhere knows exactly how long it takes you to pee in the morning. I don't need them to delve into the fact that maybe I'm seeking handicapped status. No, thank you. That's just me, though. You might, if something happens to you, go for it if you want. Go for it if you want. Remember, the things that I do, I only do and tell you about them. It's up to, I don't tell you to do it. I'd say that's up to you if you want to follow in my footsteps or not. I try to give you a complete picture of everything, and I try to open my mind up and let you know why I think what I think. And especially in the video I've got coming out later today or tomorrow on do I have to stay carnivore forever? I think it's a question on everybody's mind. I'm waiting for somebody to say this. Scottish says, "May the 4th be with you." And that comes from, I think I heard in the news that the first time that was said was sometime in the 70s, 1970s. Somebody, for some occasion, was mimicking the Star Wars saying, "May the Force be with you." And it turned out May the 4th, somebody in their mind connected May the 4th with "May the Force be with you." So the expression "May the 4th be with you" all has gained popularity, and my daughter latched onto it because it's her birthday. And I was waiting for somebody to put that in the chat, and Scott did not disappoint. Aaron is here. Happy birthday, Aaron. 2 days away. Happy birthday to you. Good to see you. Glad you could make it this morning. Tuka gave me $3 super sticker. Thank you, Tuka. Appreciate that very much. I think you all saw it roll by there on the right. I liked it. I don't have to keep the chat up in the window, but I like it because this is a chat-based type of show. I react to the things that you talk about after I get done just with the few things that I wanted to talk about. Juan Miguel, Juan in Chile, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Great to see you this morning. Good morning to you. There's good morning and then a special good morning to me. And Tuca says, mi hermano, my brother. So we have Finland talking to Chile there. Truly an international program. That's great. That's great. Stephen Albeck's with us this morning. Hi, Stephen, and Tanya says hi to Juan. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, the chat picked up, that's for sure. Now I'm 15 minutes behind again. It's good to be back to normal. Let's see. Brian Dish is here with us this morning. Hi, Brian. Good to see you. Everybody saying hi to everybody else. Thomas, my sister's birthday, evidently, is today. A lot of birthdays. Here's cute. Francine, what is the name of the great intro on your Thursday Night Live? Thanks, bitch. You mean this? Is that the one I played? I think that's the one. It's a song called, the name of it is Book Bag. I found it on the internet in a copyright-free site that has all this copyright-free music, royalty-free music that you can download and use, public domain stuff. I don't know who the artist was or anything like that, but they named this song Book Bag, and I really like it. And I haven't gotten tired of it. I think that's the one I used Thursday night. If that's not the one I used Thursday night, let me know, and I'll try to figure out or go back and review the replay and see if it was. Valerie Thompson, good morning, great Sunday. It's raining. We need it. It hasn't rained here yet. I take that back. I think it rained for 2 seconds. I heard on the roof. And it stopped. But we're supposed to maybe get some rain this afternoon. It's so dry here. It's so dry. And CB wished me an early birthday. He said, good early birthday message. Thank you, CB. Thank you so much. Everybody's still talking to everybody. We got a lot of conversations going on here. Don't mind me. Yeah, Tuka, I got your question, I believe. Tuka said I had a question for you. I think I found that. Oh, a lot of conversations back and forth. LRC, new. Watching from rainy Portugal. Nice to see you getting stronger. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. We don't get too many people who say that they're watching from Portugal, but I always enjoy hearing from people from elsewhere in the world. It's just something really cool about that. So, welcome. Don't be a stranger. Yes, another name I don't recognize. Tumbelina Truth. So happy you're doing better. Thank you. Question. There's Tuka. How are you, boss? Yes. I had my day visit, saw that. Oh, look at all the chatting. Simpson Johns, have you been out for another drive? Sorry if you already addressed this. I tend to butter around the kitchen. No, not since I got back from the post office. The post office was the last one. And interestingly enough, and again, I owe a thank you to Mike Sealy Sr. I already had it in the car yesterday. I had an Amazon return, and from where I am, they usually direct me to take the return to Staples. I've got a Staples, I wouldn't say right around the corner, but less than 2 miles away from my house. A very easy drive, and usually it's empty. There's no waiting in there. You can park, no huge parking. I don't know how they stay in business at this location, but and I was all ready to just say, "Well, going on a mission today. Going to go and just return this Amazon return." And then Mike Sealy came to my door with my birthday present and my Ansel Keys book, which I'll make a dedicated video about in the future. And he goes right by this Staples on his way home. So I prevailed upon him. Michael, would you please just drop us off at Staples? And he was nice enough to do it for me. So I had another excuse to drive yesterday. I wasn't going to film it or anything. It was just a quick errand. And I want to get back to where I start running these quick errands like I did, as if there was nothing wrong with me. I'm still not ready to go into Sam's Club, but shopping cart is like a walker. So once you get to the front door, you grab onto a shopping cart. As long as you have the strength and the energy, you're fine. Go shopping. And I plan to do that pretty soon. And I will take you on my first little trip where I actually go shopping again. These are milestones for me. The trip to the post office was about as easy as it can get. Thanks for the question, Simpson. Very good. Very good. Danny in Boston. Talking to Melissa. Robert Stanton. Hi, Robert. How you doing? It's a question from Brian Dish. Question, have you been going outside getting grounded and sunlight daily? Every few days. Every few days I go out in my back, take my shoes off, get a little sun. Is it enough? I don't know. But you make concessions to recovery. There's no doubt about that. And you end up with some muscle loss. There's no way you can really stay in athletic shape when you're trying to recover from a stroke. You do the best you can. But everything in its time, and I'm looking forward. I do some exercises. It's pathetic, but I do them anyway. So I lose a little bit less muscle. Let's just put it that way. But you got to do what you got to do. Roger Dodger, I love that. Oh, man, nice name. Good morning, Mitch. Infrequent but loyal listener. Grabbing my coffee. Roger Dodger. What a great name. Usually follow Roger Dodger with 10-4, over and out. I've said Roger Dodger more than once into the microphone when talking to air traffic control. It just comes out. Wow. Tanya, your grandmother is 90 years old today. Wow. Wow. That's great. Great. Quite a milestone. Everywhere. Tuka gave me the $3. Thank you, Tuka. Kind of you as usual. And Turamir says to me, happy birthday, young man. Well, I am young. No doubt about it. Maybe I should change my channel name to Young Guy Carnivore. No. No. It is what it is. Barry Simon, hey Barry, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Says, howdy, Mitch. DS111's here. Hi, DS111, my friend. Good to see you. One, he says, I'm going to find out what your first name is, if you'll tell me, and I'll start calling you by your first name. I don't know. You may have said it once a long time ago, but I don't remember. If you don't mind, if you're not worried about your privacy, try it again. Terry Sue's chatting away. I'm loving you hard again. And Lori's carnivore story. Lori's here. Good to see you. Terry Sue, Turamir, Thomas, CB, ES111, Tristan, Pamela Suarez. Here's some questions with no question. That's not true. I didn't accidentally run over a dog a few years ago. Come on, don't make things up. Oh, man. Don't make things up, will you, please? Yeah, it's Jackie W., realtor in Indiana. Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, it's already 10:35. Wow, I got through it. I thought I ran out of chat. I must have somehow skipped over a whole bunch of it there to think that I was actually at the end of the chat about 20 minutes ago. I see Aunt B just said, I look down there at the bottom where the red is. When you type at OldGuyCarnivore, it shows up like that red on my screen, and it really stands out. So if you want something brought to my attention besides QQQs, a good way of getting my attention is to type at OldGuyCarnivore. And if you're on a computer, when you type at OL, it'll pop up, say OldGuyCarnivore, and you just click it. So you don't have to type all that. Doesn't do that on cell phones, though. It's not on my cell phone. And B is here. How you doing? Everybody's talking to everybody. Danny in Boston. Pamela, and B, Bill Cook. I think we should be getting down near the end of it. 10:27. 7 minutes behind. Wow. And Tanya says, gotta go have a party. Yeah, I'll bet you do. Well, have a good time. Have a good time. Let me see if I can get down to the end of this here. Here we go, Francine. No, it's Kathy, Florida. I had breakfast with a 94-year-old Jewish guy with a perfect memory this morning. I know your memory will stay sharp too. Wow, about that. Yeah. I love to meet these people that are in their 90s that are still sharp as a tack. You see a lot of Jewish people, especially get to that age in their minds. My fathers, my grandfathers. That's because traditionally Jewish people of that age ate a meat-heavy, high-fat diet. All kinds of the cheapest cuts of meat. Brisket, corned beef, pastrami, roast beef. Their diets were traditional European. Let's call it cheap food. They stews and things like that, but it was good, real food, and they weren't sugar addicts like my generation was. It makes sense, and I love meeting those people. Some of them are absolutely sharp as a tack. All right, I want to look here for the last few questions, if any. The chat keeps on going. 10:36. God, got to be getting close here. Here's somebody I didn't say hi to. John Schieffer, older than OldGuyCarnivore. Good morning. Well, anybody that's older than me is always welcome here. Always welcome. My pronoun is goddess. If someone can't get out of their car, why do they need handicap parking? Not a joke. Well, I can think of a reason. Some older people have to be chauffeured and helped out of the car into a wheelchair by somebody who's driving them. But they do need a handicap sticker because they have to be parked close, or else they're going to be wheeled with their wheelchair through an awful lot of parking lot, which could be dangerous. But other than that, no, I agree. Oh, Tristan says she had a 100-year-old, somebody in her bank, born in 1925. Wow. That makes me sound like a youngster. I was born in 1947, which to me sounds like, well, was a century ago. Thomas, what are you having for your birthday for dinner? I haven't thought about that yet. Probably meat of some kind. And I got down to the bottom of the chat. So, my friends, thanks for coming. I will play a little bit of happy music. Take a minute or so to say goodbye to all your friends in the chat. And guys, you guys have been chatting with each other up a storm. That's very gratifying for me to see that sense of community that we have here. He lowered the volume of that so I don't have to shout over it. Okay. So, see everybody saying goodbye. Brian Dish says, Jackie says goodbye. Claudia Burkick, Danny and Boston, Bill Cook, Stephen Halbeck, Tristan, Bermuda Guy, Kathy, Florida, Jury Voitus, Mike Seeley, still here. Have a good day all. Mike Seeley Sr. Greg says goodbye. Nita Twos, happy Sunday. Pamela Suarez waving at us. Bill Cook bacon is greater than beer. I like that. Lady June, bye everyone. Tanya, see you Tuesday. Certainly, yeah, next morning coffee live stream is going to be Tuesday morning, May the 6th. Hope to see you all there. Melissa, bye. All have a great Sunday. Bermuda guy says, I was a gay man once. Pat says goodbye. Danny in Boston says goodbye. I can't even begin to pronounce that one. Tristan 471, good luck today. Greg, that's Greg says goodbye. And we're coming up on the end of the music. And there it is. So, my friends, have a great Sunday. Thanks for joining me this morning. Been real. Thanks for all your participation in chat. Thanks to those of you who bought me a coffee. Always appreciate it. Or a super chat. Thank you, guys. And until I see you again live on Tuesday morning, you'll know what to do. Take the rest of the day off and eat meat.